What do you want, my love? Hello, hello, and welcome to LRGA Curves. You know, the streets are hot today, so I'm back again, you guys. It's hot in these streets, okay? Earlier today, I was with Whose Side Are You On? We were talking Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and everything that's going on over there because of the reality Von Teese revelation and then all the gas they filled the room with, trying to make us feel like reality Von Teese was somehow a danger, a threat, or a psycho stalker site, and that they deserve to know that one of freaking Monica's previous jobs is that she was a freaking blogger. Okay, they want to pretend all they want. In the meantime, over on Salt Lake City, this season, did we get to had the black eye? Who gave who the black eye before the very last second of the very last episode? No, we could have been talking about that. We could have been talking about why did Monica Leatherface, Heatherface, Bad Weather, whatever her name is, why did Heatherface decide to stay in the cheeks of Jen so long? Why did Heather pretend not to know Monica that well? And as it turns out, she's known Monica and known of Monica for years. Why is it that everybody that's really related to the reality Von Teese account actually has something in common with Heather also, you guys? We got to get to it. All of that gas last night was just to keep us off the trail of the other people on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now, I'm trying to let enough time go by that the bot that checks for swear words doesn't catch me, because these hoes are tripping, y'all. Over in Salt Lake City, they tripping, okay? And they better be careful, because as we saw, a lot of the stairs don't even have rails over there, okay? So they better be careful, because they are liable at this point. So smash that like button, smash the subscribe button on your way in. If you haven't already, ring my bell, all right? So you can get notified and become part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here in the YouTube streets, because I go live whenever, y'all. I promise you once a week, but I'll go live whenever. And like I said earlier, the streets are hot, okay? Last night was the reunion. Monica said what she said. Heatherface tried to make her a liar. Lisa, blah, blah, blah. Whitney, what did she even say? Who even freaking cares? What did she even do this season? Not much. Anyway, she's turning into wallpaper. It's almost like, oh yeah, Whitney was there. Except for that of her voice reminds you constantly. And then Meredith, the husbands. At least Meredith didn't wear feathers this time. Can we give it up to Meredith Marks? There was no feathers on her reunion look, but that collar was very confusing. It looked like she was trying to hide like one of those heat packs my grandma used to use that she had to fill with hot water, like a hot water heater thing, and then you put it was like this big rubber thing, and you fill it with super hot water, and then it was a heating pad, right? And yeah, so it looked like she was hiding one of those in her shirt. I'm not with looking like a hunchback if I don't have to, ladies. I'm not sure. I don't need my trapezoids to almost be touching my earlobes, okay? I'm not sure where that's fashion, but over here, look, I'm already a big girl. You might call me a big back girl, but so I don't need any extra trapezoid stuff infringement. And that collar was a no. That cutout on Lisa's dress was a no. Why did it look like Whitney was ready to go to like a freaking Easter church service when she was 8? And then Angie, I'm not sure what's going on. At least she didn't have her sunglasses on. But Monica ate it up. And it's all because of who we're about to talk about, which is Kojo, the designer. Now, over here, we did a deep dive last week when it all first came out, and we were trying to figure out who is actually involved in reality Von Teese. We know Monica said some other names at that finale dinner that all got bleeped out. We know Tanisha has admitted that she's involved to a point and has pretended and feigned as if her point stopped at giving them an email to start the second account after the first one got for Monica Fowler from Jen Shaw that allegedly Bravo knew about. So they had Monica Fowler's name somewhere in the building. So when she applied as Monica Fowler, look, it's up to them to put 2 and 8 together. I went to court one time and the judge told me that ignorance was no excuse to break the law. And that just because I thought I was going the speed limit didn't mean that I was. So I had to go to traffic school. Anyway, so look, these ladies are trying to take Monica to traffic school, but I keep calling foul. Look, let me get you guys together. Koa has entered the chat because we know that Tanisha just keeps talking out of both sides of her neck, and she's trying to make it seem like Heather's also innocent. Heather didn't know anything. She just told Heather before they went to Barbados, and it was a come to Jesus moment, but it was also prompted by Heather. For some reason, she had it in her head that possibly Monica could have something on her, and did she need to worry about it? And then Heather said that she knew of Monica for years because they shared a common friend, her hairdresser. So it's all vague like that, but it makes a little connection. Then we find out that Tanisha used to work for Jen and was best friends with Monica. But then from Tanisha's own mouth, we found out, you guys, that Tanisha knew Heather first. And Heather helped her out. And Heather is her golden child, and Heather can do no wrong, and she will always have Heather's back. And then she went and worked for Jen. And then she went and befriended Monica. So now I'm thinking, well, are you a deep fake, what's her name, Heather? Because how is your hairdresser the one who befriended the girl who she now has 1,500 alleged recordings of, to further prove whatever point you're trying to prove on her when you didn't even really know she was going to be on the show? So are the 1,500 recordings from the time that she was on the show? No, because obviously these conversations happened before then. So if your allegiance, which you say, Tanisha, is always to Heather, then did you compile these 1,500 somethings, these scraps for Heather? Is that who you did it for? Let's listen to Kojo and find out, because Kojo, the designer, has entered the chat. And we found out last week in our dive that Kojo is actually one of the people who was on the original Reality Von Tease page, as well as the number 2 page that was used to set up as Tanisha. Okay, so here we have Kojo looking ever so. His new muse is Monica. She's looking freaking, I mean, this sateen never even creased, you guys. I'm like, amazing. And so he's just excellent, excellent, excellent. But here's where the tea is, you guys. Let's go here. So he was playing that episode of The Ladies. Let me turn this down. I said what I said. Okay, so this that was saying that somebody was commenting, but we're gonna get to it, you guys. Wait just a second. As we see, Kojo made this dress. I don't know if I can pause it right here on this next one. Let's see if I could do a speed rating. I was heavily invested in this page before, and I followed the account and loved it. Okay, so these 2 screenshots were shared as receipts, but they're not the receipts we need. So Maria Leo, who was speaking up on behalf of Heather and them, has made it so Koa has to speak up on behalf of his girl. So he's about to tell us some things that I happened to catch. And let's see. Okay, as a fellow member of Reality Von Tease, I'd like to shed some light on the things that who my fellow members were and who they're actually painting themselves to be.
My lips dissolved. It was totally botched, but whatever. So I want to talk about Reality Von Tease and when it started. It started in February of 2020, and it involved 5 people. I know Monica in the room said there was 6, which there was a 6th person, but as far as the group text and the actively involvement in Reality on Tease and posting all those things, there was just 5 of us, which included myself, Monica, Tanisha, Paulina, and Savannah. And our relation, as far as the 4 of us, I mean, out of the 5 of us, we all worked with Jen. So as many of you know that the recordings that were put out there in February 2020, it was posted to Reality on Tease. Those recordings, of course, if you followed me, back when I did my interviews, when all of that came out, that happened during reunion with Jen and all of that stuff. I didn't know about those recordings until it was brought to my attention in February of 2020 at my house in Lehigh, where we all met. So Monica was there, Tanisha was there, Paulina was there, myself and Savannah were all there. So we all sat at my table at my house and had this huge meeting and decided all together if we're in on this. Like we all, like each person went around the table and was like, okay, are we going to do this? Are we really going to, I heard the recordings. Is this what we're going to do? This is how we're going to go about posting this, starting Reality on Tease. And that's what we did. Now, the reason why we had this huge meeting about the recordings is because, and us posting it to Reality on Tease is because it brought up my name, because Jen was saying my name in the recordings, and that was the only person that she talked about in that recording. So Monica brought it up to me along with Tanisha and Paulina, and they were like, hey, because it said my name in it, we want to post it, and if that's okay with you. And I said, okay, well, I really have to think about it. I really have to sit on it and think about, okay, what is going to happen from the backlash of like this being released with my name, and everybody knows that I worked with Jen during that time. So I was like, okay, let's just post it. And we all agreed. We all sat on my table and we all agreed that this is what was going to happen and that we were going to take it to the grave. If anybody asked us that if we knew who posted the recordings and runs Reality on Tease. So what I was saying in the last part was that we would say, no, we don't know who it is. And I said that in my interviews, which Tanisha has sat on a few of them, kind of regulating what I was saying as I was giving interviews about addressing the recordings. So she was very much involved. As far as like just her just knowing about it, yeah, she knew about it, but she was also very much in the DMs, responding to people that were commenting in the comments, responding to people that were in the DMs. So I don't feel that what she has said thus far is telling all the truth and her involvement, and I just want to make that clear that each of us had a part in what we played and all of that. And why I didn't say any of those things about what I knew about the page and who ran it is because I was protecting my friends. I didn't want anybody to know about them. Dismissing her involvement with the page is not taking accountability, because she did run the page for quite some time, like she said. But as far as like the details of it all, she's not sharing that part. I think it's important to know the details and how much involvement she did have with the page and how she's putting it all on top of myself and Monica and our other colleagues and only posting things about what Monica has said and what I have said. And it's not the whole truth. You're only sharing certain parts that paint you out to be lack of involvement in the page, but you were very much in the DMs. You very much logged in. You very much were engaged with people that commented and DM'd you, and that's not cool. And all you have to do is just take accountability. I am. Do I feel bad about it? No. Do I feel bad about the page and all of that that's been posted? No. And to elaborate on the part where I don't feel bad about what was posted to the page and how that played out with the recordings is because the person that called out my name and abused me and my other colleagues and assaulted many times to us, I don't feel bad about that person that is sitting in jail right now. Anything that is posted exposing this human being of her character and the type of person that she was to all of us, I don't feel bad about that. Which brings me to my next part. I don't understand why Tanisha is going on this world tour trying to talk poorly about Monica, myself, and the people that were involved, because I don't really know what she did. As far as I don't know what Monica did to Tanisha. I don't know what I did to Tanisha to cause her to do and say the things that she is saying and has been saying all season long. It doesn't make sense to me. And I continue to ask her these questions on lives and comments that she's blocked me and all these things. But I really don't understand what I did personally to her to cause her to defame me, to slander me, to say horrible things about me in association with Monica too. It doesn't make sense to me. So please, Tanisha, what did I do to you specifically to cause you to treat me the way you have treated me? And let's talk about the housewife that Tanisha works for. She knew about these recordings before they were posted. She knew very well about these recordings and was willing to use them against Jen. And I have proof of that. Next slide.
In 2021, these are dated February 2nd, 2021. And it looks like messages. I'm showing them now because I can't stop it, but I have it. I can put it up on my phone and we can dissect
Which
each
brings
one.
me to my next part about Tanisha's housewife. Very birds of a feather do flock together with Tanisha and her housewife, very the same, to so easily throw their best friend under the bus and sell them out. So Tanisha has said that she's here to clear her name and bring to light and shed some light on the situation. You're only sharing partial of what that light is, and you are smearing and throwing other people's names in the dirt while doing so. And what did we do to warrant that behavior towards us? Nothing. You didn't have to give that information away to your housewife, to the other castmates, to build the storyline and paint you out to be this Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I'm still waiting for the other castmates and women to share what Reality Von Tease spoke about them, because if you go back and look at that page, and if you've been following that page since 2021, thank you very much. But there is nothing that says anything about the other women. If it mentioned the other women in or on that page or in the stories of that page, it was in favor of them or it was in association to how they have been treated by Jen. That page was strictly about Jen and Jen only. There was nothing that was said about the other women. As far as the comments that were being made about the other women were from Jen. We were posting to shed light of what a horrible friend she was to her castmates and what a horrible person she was. It had nothing to do with the other women. We never attacked. We were never in the DM. We actually praised them. And you can go and look even at Angie Casaneva's.
So recordings, December 2020, February posted to Reality Von Tease. We'll go back. I'll go through to these other ones and just finish that one. I'm going to drop the link because I know Krista is like, see, told you. We're not stupid, you guys. We're not stupid as viewers. And everything he said, posted, Jen arrested, last post. And that's exactly what we said, okay? So here, let me drop this link and we could talk about it for a couple minutes. If you guys want to come up and say anything. She stopped flocking with her after that. Exactly. She says it's growth. Ha ha. See, God damn it. Thank God for Koa, right? I was like, it was like what we said for last week, and people are listening. And Koa was there. They don't have to listen to us. Koa said it. Koa was part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I wanted to hear, because we know that Tanisha is who he was talking about. And let's see if we can find Tanisha real quick. Gotta expand that. Wonder why you can't see that. Okay. Shifting our mindset. For the willfully people who choose to believe I ran the page. She said that 8 hours ago. And then she says, this thing, we'll go back and read it, but there's no dates.
Once again, when the page first got started, yes, I was involved. And by involved, I mean I gave them my old Instagram page. They took it over. I was shooting the shit with them in our group chat. I was backing them up as far as like what they wanted to do with releasing these videos and audios that they had on their devices. And when it got to be too much, I said shut it down. And I said shut it down multiple times, especially after I started working for Heather. I started really saying shut it down, and I don't want to hear about it anymore. Every single opportunity that I had after I told Heather to be apologetic, I took it. And I will publicly, again, apologize to all of the women for my participation in that page. However, I did not run that page at all.
She pressed Koa, said, girl, Jen, something of the option, Monica, and then Shaw Squad. This is from December 2021. Shame on you. Okay. So first we're going to go back to Koa's page and read the receipts that he posted real quick. And I'll let that play. But doesn't he pop up sometime?
I did whatever it took. I went on book tour and took for the fact that she gave me a
Heather matches her dress, you guys. Heather matches her dress. That's a little too much. Okay. So this we have to look at. Okay. So we're going to look at these while he talks. Going to Koa's page on my phone. You guys can't see me, but trust. So this first one says, I was heavily invested in this page long before I knew who was involved. This is the truth. And that's somebody called Real House Husband XT. They always posted about Jen and dragged her to hell and back for what she did. If the other women caught strays, it was for defending Jen before and after she got arrested. And then somebody says, I followed that account and loved it. She went after Jen all the time. She repeated what was said by the cast. So that's receipts that she didn't post anything about the other girls. And then they were talking about the 2 screenshots that were showing at the reunion. And it says something, Heather Gay, if I'm a thief, you're a bad mom. These 2 screenshots that were shared as receipts of Monica posting about the other women are misleading. They are about Jen Shaw's assistant, Murillo. He's the one who said, am I a thief or are you a bad mom? About Heather, and the page was defending her. Things are not as they seem, saying that's more receipts. And then they were saying that Bravo cropped something to make it look like the page was saying that it was misleading. Murillo claims that even after somebody allegedly was stealing money from Heather and Bill, she still employed him as her assistant. Why am I driving your kids around to dance? Are you putting your kids in danger? I don't know what that means. So it sounds like Murillo claims that after somebody said he was stealing money from Heather, she still gave him a job. It says that he took her to the hospital when she was sick after he allegedly stole something. Says he broke his leg and still continued to paint her house, clean and organize her closet, redecorate the home, and prepare for the show, all with a broke leg. She said she came to him and she was overwhelmed and needed to let him go from assisting and that they needed to cut out expenses. He says that it was due to her spending money and trying to portray a certain lifestyle on the show. And these are more receipts. And then the girl's coming down the stairs. And then it said, as a fellow member of Reality Von Tease, I'd like to shed some light on the situation and take you through some important details that have been left out by some of my fellow members that are painting their involvement to be uninvolved and disconnected. That is far from the truth. And I'm here to clear it up. So as Krista said, thank God for Koa. So now we're going to his receipts. The first one is from February 1st, 2021. Now, the Reality Von Tease 2-page was started. The first post was around March 1st, 2021. So this is a month prior exactly. Okay. If anyone asks why you don't work with her or if she tries to blame you, a second excerpt of the audio will vindicate. I can't stop thinking about it. Thank God for that recording, somebody replied. Your portfolio, your talent, and your dedication are much more powerful voice. But yeah, receipts or it don't happen. And then somebody says, exactly, like, I don't know why she needs to keep discrediting us. Maybe Jen thought I'd charity. Maybe Jen thought I did charity and it could be a write-off. She's trying to make our drama a felony storyline for season 2. A felony, somebody says. Yeah, she's claiming I stole from her, which I have receipts that I didn't. Can I play the audio for Meredith? So I guess these ones in white are Heather. She says, I trust her 100%. And then whoever this is in blue, I'm guessing it's Tanisha, is saying, please do. The one in the white box is saying, you need to get ahead of this. Can I give the audio to Bravo or PR? And she said, the more you all know, the more Bravo will see. I'm getting threads of arrest. Like, what the F? I'm not scared. I'm annoyed. And then somebody says, ugh, I'm sorry. I'll give them to Meredith. She will know what to do. She is wise and fair and smart, unlike Jen. Ha ha. And then the other one in blue says, and she has stolen gowns made her she hasn't paid for. Oh, gowns I made her she hasn't paid for. So I guess it's Koa. The ones in blue are not Tanisha, it's Koa. I'm sorry. Because I was wondering how would he have gotten other people's emails. So, and she's stolen gowns I made her that she hasn't paid for. And then the person says, make receipts ASAP, documents. Did them on vacation and videos of us working on them. And my girls as witnesses, last payment she ever gave me. So that is Heather, Gay, and Koa, I guess. And then it says those texts were sent almost a month before the recordings were posted. See, on March 1st, 2021, if you go to Reality Von Tease 2 page, like I said, that first post on that page is the recording that the previous proof that Koa just showed us is talking about. And so a month to the day later, they used the recording they were talking about. Okay. And then the timeline he's saying is December, January 2020 are the recordings. February 2021 posted to Reality Von Tease, the initial account, not the number 2 account that is currently up and running. Because remember, the initial account got shut down. Now in March 2021, Jen was arrested. Now, I don't think she was arrested in March 2021. That's not right. And then it says, August 2022, the last post was on the Reality Von Tease. And that's what we said was that it was like August. I thought it was November actually. On Reality Von Tease 2 was the last post. Now, Jen, was she arrested and got to stay out in March and they just kept on posting through her leaving? Because that's kind of what it's looking like. So, and if we look, everything that Kojo, designer Koa, is saying, actually, I need to change that. It's Kojo. I don't know. They called him Koa in the thing. But everything he's saying is after that Tanisha audio we just played. So this is in direct response to the Tanisha audio that she uploaded this Wednesday, the 10th of January, about 7-8 hours ago now. This response we're looking at is an hour ago, you guys. So this is in direct response to Tanisha saying, I never ran that page. I never ran that page. I never ran that page. So, hey, look, the snake is eating its tail, you guys. The truth will be revealed. And that's all I have for you. I just wanted to show you guys this. If you have any comments or questions, I'm just glad that we're getting some more clarity, because it is everybody like trying to gaslight us that Monica is ultimately the only one responsible. And he's coming forward. He's like, nope, not just her. It was me. And he said the other names. Krista, did you hear who the P was? Pauline. I'm not sure who Pauline is, but he said it was Samantha, Pauline, Tanisha, Monica, and Koa. Samantha, Pauline, Tanisha, Monica, Koa, and one other person. He says who's in the thing. We can listen to it one more time. These are kind of long. Let me know if you want to listen to it again. Put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, let me know. Put a 2 in the chat. Okay, let's see. Give you a minute to respond. Okay, so silence is acceptance, and I actually have a meeting. So I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys leave comments below. I appreciate you all for coming through. Reality was here. Naughty Love is here. Bianca is here. Dragon's Majesty is here. Allie from Miami is here. Naughty Love, what you say, girl? What you say? Thanks for coming up. What's good?
I just came to say hi. I haven't watched in so long, but we knew these conspiracy theories were going on behind the scenes.
Yes, right?
Yeah. No, thank you for bringing us the tea and the deets, okay?
Right? I was
Make
like,
sure-
oh, no, he didn't just go live. Let me see what he says. Because, he's good for deleting some shit. He had responded the other night with some stuff. And by the time I got live 5 hours later, it wasn't 24 hours later. It should have still been up. It was gone.
Well, I with the Housewives franchise, there's a lot of whistleblowers, and it comes in the form of the fashion designers, the makeup artists. They have all the skeletons. They hold all the cards for these people. So I'm not surprised.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, Brendan.
Hey.
I have to do my unboxing. Maybe I should just hurry up and do it now. Let me put on some lipstick. Do I even have any lipstick right here? I don't go. Oh, yeah, I do. Let me put on some lipstick because I got a box, you guys. And guess who my box is from? It's from
who?
Brendan. From Brendan.
Oh, is it your artwork?
Yeah, now fair warning, it's a little rough around the edges, but it's pretty good. It's a decent dragon.
Hey, don't tell, huh?
Well, I wanted to sand it, but then the sanding would take away the paint, so...
Yeah. Well, I bet it's going to add some excellent texture.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what backdrop I have, but here is my box. Let me grab my box and my scissors.
Now, I wanted to hold off on posting it until I know if you liked it or not.
Yeah, I'm going to love it, I'm sure. Okay, you guys. So thanks for tuning in to LRGA Curves. We just got finished talking about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and the revelation that, Koa decided to clear up what exactly Tanisha could have possibly meant when she just went live 7 hours ago and said she had no parts of reality Von Tease ever, never, aside from giving the email and begging him to stop posting. He, of course, obviously just said, that is not exactly true. Okay. And because it's not exactly true, he then posted some chats. I'm not sure who those were from. And he has receipts. And no way.
Is it good? You arrive okay?
I got a beautiful card. We will open. Oh, and look, it's sealed like I'm in Games of Freaking Thrones.
Oh my God.
Look at that. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps. Okay.
I was just watching the Serpent Queen on, what is it, on Prime. And they were using those same type of stamps to seal the letters. We need to go back to basics. Look at that.
Okay. So we're seeing it all together. And I am removing the bubble wrap.
Yeah, we couldn't find the wrapping originally. We had to go.
Oh, look at that dragon. I love the bronze wings.
Look
I wondered on the fat piece, but since I didn't know how to drill a hole without damaging it.
No.
I love it.
Way.
I love the purple.
It has fire. Look. It even has the fire coming. Look at that. Diamond encrusted. Holding the diamond. Look at that. I asked for pink.
I love the details.
Pink dragon. She's beautiful. Look at this freaking head. Look at her purple eyes.
Good job, Brendan. I like the detail.
We love each other.
That's your dragon, Curves. That's your dragon. That's your dragon. That's your girl.
You're so sweet. Aren't you sweet? Oh
wait till you puff pass together. That's gonna be it.
And isn't this excellent, you guys?
Mm-hmm.
So I have mentioned this from Brendan. I found out that he's an artiste and his medium is creating these one-of-a-kind creature features. And I love dragons. I've been obsessed with dragons since I was a little girl. And
ironically, so have I.
Look. And
it's a vibe all the time.
Very own dragon. Nothing like, oh my gosh, this is so incredible. And so let me see, does she stand up?
I think I want to do a stand, but
yeah, you know what? She's top heavy. So I'm gonna put a little something right there to make it so she can stand up here in my studio because I love her. Now I don't know what your name is yet, but it's gonna be something fabulous, darling. No, it can't be simple like Dragonetta. You funny girl. No, that's not your name. We're gonna think something else. Yes. Okay, you guys. So
Curves, have you talked about Martell Holt's arrest?
No, you know what? I haven't because I don't know anything about it. Look, and this is just in time for my birthday, you guys, which is next Wednesday, the 17th. So
birthday! Cappy,
so I get this. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. So I get this, and
Dr.
Heavenly's gonna be in the house next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, 4 p.m. Pacific time.
Wow.
For our second annual birthday interview, because I'm a Heavenly's angel and I love her. And I asked her to stop by and talk about all the awesome things. And now we have so much to talk about with Sweet Tea telling her that Damon's going on the thing, doubling down, talking about Damon's cheating on Dr. Daddy is not cheating on Dr. Heavenly, or else we would have heard about it by now, wouldn't we?
She piggybacking off of Mariah, it sounds like, and it's just like I'm trying to, I get Dr. Heavenly. Like anybody knew she's gonna be very cold towards. That's just how she is until she gets to know you. Mm-hmm. But she chose to put her fertility journey out there for the world to know about, right? So,
right?
You can't get mad when people comment about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, she knows what it's what's happening, what's going on, and she knows that it's a thing. But I also feel like she's not real sure about when it exactly went south and exactly why. Like, even with all the talking she's doing, like, it's, oh my gosh, and then I got a freaking certificate of authenticity, you guys. A one of a kind certificate of authenticity.
Now each piece I make is one of a kind. I don't make duplicates.
Isn't that beautiful? And it again has my dragon seal on it. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that is great.
Love it. That is so cool.
So what's your take on Sweet Tea? Do you think she's like overly sensitive and thin skinned?
Yes. Sweet Tea is overly sensitive. She needs to put down her thirsty buckets and to also freaking chill. Let it go. If you're a happy newlywed, don't get mad that your timeline is questionable. Look, you're the one that
Can I tell you, I was, because I did watch the last episode of Married to Medicine, and my heart went out to her when she went to the fertility doctor, and she had like all those elements, fibroids, endometriosis. You know, I suffer with fibroids or whatever, but thank God I had my children. But something tells me she knew this was a possibility. I mean, these are not things that just pop up and all of a sudden happen. You understand?
Yeah.
But I think she was kind of thirsty to.
She's thirsty
get a man.
Going. And you know, she's literally mad that somebody said out loud, "Why would you have hit a man who you know wants a baby emoji, and tell him you can give him what you want if you hadn't confirmed that was a possibility, and then get on a show, and then you have all these problems." So it kind of feels like either, I mean, and from what I'm hearing about endometriosis, the symptoms can be like so complex that, and you know, healthcare providers don't listen half the time anyway, that they just symptom you away. And then you finally get diagnosed with endometriosis. So that could be what happened to her. And I still feel like she should have made sure, she should have already had that checked.
No, I think she already knew. I think she hoodwinked Dr. G into this marriage.
And so when Dr. Heavenly says that, she's all, you lied on me. You lied on me. You talking about my history. You talking about my medical history. And you got.
But you knew. She knew. She knew before the show. She knew before Dr. G that she had issues.
Yeah.
And then I just really believe that.
I agree completely, Nadi. And a lot of people do agree with that. And anybody that can clearly see and has eyes, they're going to agree with it, because it doesn't compute that somebody would put themselves in this position.
Exactly. Because when I was suffering with fibroids, I'm telling you, I got diagnosed right after I got married. Right. And it was a 5-year long journey.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is not like, although my heart goes out to her, because that's hard for any woman, especially if you want children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But don't act like you didn't know this before this show.
And why not make it a priority to know this? If you're promising this man, you can give him what you want. I mean, look, you care about your mental health so much that you go and find a support group for sugar babies. But
yes.
You think about checking your womb that you just promised to make this baby in for this man?
It sounds like she needs a surrogate.
And that's fine. You know, that's fine. But don't be mad that people are questioning what seems like an obvious something. And I know we're not all the sharp. I mean, you know, she swears she gets 6 figures. She works for like the head of the DEA or something like that. And she's like, you know, been earning her money for such a long time. And
Curves.
Yes.
I gotta go.
Okay, Brendan.
Talk to you later, Brendan.
And you're very welcome. I love my dragon. It's one of a kind. I love you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Oh, I love it. It's so wonderful, you guys. This is so artsy. Oh my
God. Hi, Allie.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I got to binge watch Salt Lake City to get caught up, because this drama, I am living for it.
Yes, right?
I did fell asleep on Salt Lake City, so that is one thing for the weekend. I'm going to binge watch so I can get caught up.
Yeah.
But I did saw Sweet Tea's so-called apology that I still don't understand what's going on, because she's getting mad with Heavily, but Heavy's is semi making her relevant. Those ladies are paying her dust. I think Toya is just using her so that way Toya doesn't look like she's the gold digger. And ultimately, this is my theory. This is my theory in my head, because I remember listening to Bethany's interview with Nene, and she's calling it out right. I feel like the executive was in an office. They had a storyline. They had bullet points. They had the PowerPoints. They had the whiteboard. And the idea was it was supposed to be Quad against Sweet Tea. New wife versus old wife. And Quad wasn't doing it. And I think that's why Quad got kicked off the show. I want people to say that it's the girls that got kicked off the show. It was production, because she did not play the part she's supposed to play this season. So she's being punished.
I could see that point of view.
Yeah, I agree that she went rogue at the resurrection. At the resurrection, she went rogue, and she was supposed to come up and be humble, and instead she came up and she was prideful, and they just weren't here for it.
Be humble.
Yeah.
Sit down.
And then remember, when she came to the bridal party and even at the resurrection, she kept telling Sweetie, I have no animosity. I have no problem. She made a point to keep saying that, because it dawned to me, it's like that's what the production want. They want them to fight over Dr. G. And she's like, I'm not going to give him that smoke. And I don't blame Quad.
Quad's shady though to me. She's been shady towards the group and stuff like that. The moment she felt like she had another group, she kind of abandoned the ladies on the show. So I kind of understand all their position. Like, you're not gonna emotionally use me when it's convenient for you, and then as soon as the cameras are off, you're ghost. So you're really not our friend. I just didn't even see the need for Quad on the show any longer. I mean,
from the time she divorced, you could kind of tell, because ever since she divorced Dr. G, it was evident that as soon as the camera turns off, she's somewhere else doing her own thing. Even if you follow her a little bit on Instagram, she doesn't even talk to the ladies. So this conversation was, how long? 2-3 years too late?
Yeah, it was overdue. I agree.
And totally overdue.
Yeah. And everybody's like, oh my God, the ladies are so mean to Quad. They kicked off the show. But I'm like, have you not watched the show? It was obvious that Quad was only there to collect a check. I mean, I'm not mad.
Yeah, it was obvious. And I'm not mad at her hustle either.
I'm not mad either. However, I will acknowledge that the other ladies never made it easy for Quad. They used to talk about her. They used to call her ghetto. They used to. Dr. Simone was relentless on her. I'm surprised she ended up being her fave. Dr. Jackie spent a lot of time correcting her the same way they're doing Sweet Tea right now. And so I kind of feel like that, along with her not feeling safe to go to them about G, and what she did go to them with, they still to this day are like, I don't know if that's true or not.
I know, but Dr. Heavenly genuinely tried to be her friend.
She really did. Now that I know that Dr. Heavenly literally must have felt used for her to say that at that dinner. Yeah. And it was probably like this aha moment, because Dr. Heavenly was going to bat for her. Even if it was all for a storyline, still, I'm putting my name with your name at this job that's paying me. If you fuck up, they could look at me sideways. You know what I'm saying? So
I just have a feeling that Quad is the type of person where people are just really disposable in her life. Unless you're like her immediate family.
Yeah.
People are just like really disposable. And to tell you the truth, I don't feel like I've ever met or know who Quad really is. Even through the years of her being on the show, I just always kind of felt like she put up this front in this mask.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I agree.
Like she was like, that accent is what says that for me. Her accent seems very put on. Like I don't know anybody in my real life who speaks like Quad. And it's while it's unique and entertaining, it just doesn't feel real. You
It
know?
doesn't feel authentic at all. And it's like, what happened to the doggy clothing line, the doggy boutique?
Yeah, she just wanted to do that so she could be tired when she got in the bed with G, trying to put a baby in her at night.
Let's be honest here. I'm gonna give her a little grace with this one, knowing a little what she revealed about the relationship being toxic. I could understand why you wouldn't want kids with that person, because you'll be stuck with them for the rest of your life.
Exactly. She saw the writing on the wall. You controlling me with no kids. You want me barefoot and pregnant in this kitchen, fool. So you can be taking away the phone, keep me in a Mini Cooper, froth on the floor when company come over, and I gotta take it.
And then even if they got divorced, you still have a kid with them. You have to interact with them. They're gonna use the kid as a pawn. No, she was like, no way. I need my peace.
Right. And
that's Dr. G seems a person to be very petty. And I don't know, Sweet Tea, she gotta be careful because
not much has changed with Dr. G, to be quite honest. I mean, he got older and things like that, but he's very old school in the way he thinks of relationships and gender roles.
Yeah. Hi, Miss Megan. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Shay.
Hey, Aaron. I miss you, Aaron.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while.
I know.
Well, I saw her this morning over at Krista's when we talked about Lake City. But
I miss Krista.
The past couple of weeks, since 2023, actually.
I've been trying to visit everybody as much as possible. So forgive me if I've been away, but I'm around. I be in the bushes. I be on replay.
Right on. I appreciate that. Whenever you make time to stop by, I know you be working for the man.
Oh, can't wait to get off. I'm off the plantation. Thank God.
Ooh, thank God. Ooh, I'm so happy about that. I don't want NASA coming looking over here for you because you know.
Well, hopefully this is a great year for us, Curves and YouTube, eh?
It is a great year already. I'm claiming it. It's a year of abundance.
I'm claiming it.
Happening, you know what I'm saying? And I think that it is going to be definitely a good year here on the YouTube streets and in our other businesses too.
Yeah, I'll send you Martell Holt's story.
Okay. So who did he DV? And was there R also?
I only heard DV, and it's like digital DV.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. So.
And I really think this is stemming from. Remember, he was going around talking about he was going to expose Melody's SEX tape.
Yeah, the revenge porn, right?
I think it's kind of stemming from that situation. And I think they had evidence of emails and things like that. But it was third degree. Wow. Third degree.
That's crazy. TV. No way. And he was.
But Curves, can I tell you, I'm not surprised. He's such a narc. And the biggest problem with Martell Holt, it goes back to his mother. He doesn't like to be held accountable. And he just thought Melody would never leave. Well, I'm sending it to you now. I watched the Huntsville reunion, which I haven't even watched this season, but Melody gave it to him when they were going around talking about, do you fake your, orgasm or whatever? and he was so mad because Melody said she never had one the whole marriage. Or whatever, but he's such a narcissist, and it's about time he is held accountable for his bad behavior. And I do not believe it's above realm that he will lay hands on female.
Yeah, I mean, we saw him get so in Melody's face.
Yeah, he's aggressive
about that. She has never really complained about that, which is, kind of telling that he would exhibit that, but she's never mentioned it. It's like she's almost keeping that away from her baby daddy, for her kids, maybe even.
I
I don't
think it's for the kids. I think it's for the kids. I think to a certain extent, Melody protects some of his image. But when it comes to harassing her, and he just needs to let go. You made your choice. You wanted the side piece, coleslaw. Okay, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
coleslaw is nowhere near as productive as Melody was when it comes to business.
Nothing in the least. Melody is multifaceted and multi-talented and can multitask all her empires.
Yep.
Like she is like, whoa.
Exactly. So I'm glad he can finally shut up already. Seriously. Instead of trying to spin narratives. Oh, the show's trying to make me look bad. Sir, you did that season 1. You started your bad trail.
Yeah. Season freaking 1.
Not gonna make me believe you're a good guy all of a sudden. Only thing I give you is you're a decent father. A decent. I'm not even gonna give great father or anything like
You know
that.
what?
Because part of being a father is treating their mothers with dignity and respect.
That part alone, that to me makes him not a good father because he ruined his family for some ass. That's
Yeah.
not a good father. You didn't protect me. You didn't think about me. You didn't care for me. You didn't provide for me. You created a situation for me where now I have to grow up in a broken home and watch you act a motherfucking fool and be around this side chick and act like I can tolerate being around the person you broke my mother's heart with. Like it's so many compartments that he's missing in his pretense of being a good father. No, you are not. Picking kids up from school doesn't make you a good father. Playing with your kids doesn't make you a good father. What are the long-term effects of what you're really doing with your kids? That's what makes you a good father. How are they going to treat people based off of how you interacted with them? Ultimately, is how you can tell if you're a good parent at all. I mean, if your kid's running around being a mass immer, then obviously you might have missed the mark. You know what I'm saying? What did you do or what did you not do? And I just don't want to keep calling him a good anything because he's not.
He's not. I just look, Curves, you giving him a lot. I said decent.
Oh,
he's a decent father.
Look, I went in. I
think good is a far stretch. I mean, I will give him a fair score when it comes to being
even decent. He was going out with said woman during the middle of the demi. Was that being decent? You could probably bring that stuff home to your kids.
Oh no, that's disgusting.
You see what I'm saying?
You know how babies are made. Wear a condom, dude.
Yeah. He was going out. We were under quarantine. He was going out
to screw the whore.
Yes.
But you know his mindset is just like gimme. And you know, Melody probably used to be tired sometimes, you know, after running the house, running the business, and you just get to go around and look good off of all my hard work. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm too tired to give it to you. You need to step up and do more if you want some nookie every night, okay?
Right.
So when she wasn't giving it up, his behind goes and looks below the barrel to find someone that he could gaslight and stick it to whenever he wants. But the mentality, and this is one of the reasons why I don't watch anymore, the mentality of the men on that show drives me nuts, except for a couple. I'm not going to say all. Like Stormy's husband is decent, and what's the other one that just had the baby? The one that the Karen, the one that they call Karen. I forget her name. Anyway, well, Lewis, he's a decent guy or whatever. But the mentality, even when Kimmy was sick, and Maurice is just like, well, I need it, so you got to give it to me.
Yeah,
it's disgusting. They view their women as transactional commodities. You know, and it's just disgusting that in this day and age, this is the way men still think. that women are just a piece of property that's there for them to dump sperm on. Like
Right.
it's ridiculous. And they still think like that out of control, so that they can continue to control the women in their lives.
Uh-huh. It is.
It,
It's all control, and it's fake patriarchy,
yep.
and it's weird. It's just look, and I feel like ladies who buy into it. I mean, that's all prerogative. Nobody has to be the same. Some women want to be that way, but I just don't appreciate that so many women who don't deserve to get treated that way or desire to be treated that way have to endure that because it's so normal. You know what I mean? Like, we need to stop. We need to stand up. And oh my God, that brings me to Al Damn Reynolds over there on Fox Soul.
Oh,
Said that Nia Long should forego her self-respect and should have stayed with that man because that was a good man. And he probably cheated before and he's going to cheat again. And she knew what she was signing up for. And she might have felt bad about it, but she should have stayed because she should have stayed. And I am like, see, that's the mentality I'm just talking about.
and can I tell you guys, I'm mad at Nia for lowering the child support. Like, I need reparations for what you did to me, publicly humiliating me. At least for a year, get the full child support because they granted her something like $56,000 a month, and she lowered it to $35,000.
Well, hopefully she's investing it someplace where she's making that other in returns.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like he deserved grace for what he did. Like, take the man for all the money he can get, at least for 2 years. Take the full amount and then lower it. You know what I mean? Instead of bank for your son. Right.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Walking away from 20 grand a month. That's like, you need to take a temperature. Are you okay?
Did she get anything instead of that? Did she like say, "Oh, keep that 20 and give me the property in the Bahamas" or anything? Was it?
No, her justification for that is that she is a working actress and she earns her own income on her own, and that was her justification for lowering it. Like, girl, what happened to your broken heart? I need to be paid for that pain. I need to be paid for those tears I dropped for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do not agree with Al Reynolds. I feel like if you cheat, the relationship is over. Period.
Yeah.
Didn't Al Reynolds cheat?
Yeah. Was it with a man?
He was bi.
Wasn't the reason they got divorced is because
I think he did cheat.
And of course he had a boyfriend or something like that, allegedly. I don't know.
I think that's how they broke up, because I feel like he cheated. That's why. It's the whole thing. I mean, a cheater will always defend a cheater.
Right.
And I just hope they're not trying to create this because I heard someone else say like women should try to forgive and stuff like that. Like, I'm sorry, I've been through that and I'm speaking from experience. You never forget about it. You never forget about that man laying with another person, whoever they choose. You know what I mean? Like, and I say forgive and move on for yourself.
Yeah. Forgiveness and forgetfulness is two different things. You could forgive, but never forget.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, nothing ever happened and act like it never happened. Like, no, you have to acknowledge what happened so that way you could go for it and see the warning signs. If a person decides to stay, that's fine, but don't boo-hoo and whine and cry to me when he does it again. That's on you. When it happens.
It's just like Letitia. She refuses to accept that her man steps out on her on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Everybody else can see it, but her. And she's the type, it has to be smack in her face. Like, she has to walk in on him screwing another woman in order for her to believe it.
Well, I would need to also, I mean, if I had 4 kids and I had this story in my head and I had, maybe that's the rule that I made. Maybe the rule was I need to see it for myself or see the baby for myself after I find out, or, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Yeah, because certain people in your life don't have credibility. Like, if your mom were to come to you and say, honey, I got to tell you something or whatever, would you take her word for it?
Yeah, I would take my mom's word for it.
Is that
And she
certain
would
people?
also
That's
be
not for
able to,
everybody.
and
That's
she
not
would
for
also though be able to, because she would also want me to have proof. She would like be like, she would have called me when she was seeing it and put it on speakerphone, or she would
girl.
have,
I would have been
you know,
recording
something, recorded it or something.
just so you know you don't have no doubt when I come to
Yeah,
you with the evidence.
yeah, yeah. So I can understand not wanting to break up your family and all of that stuff. However, look, don't come for other people's in the meantime if you don't want yours come for. You know, don't slow burn on Melody and Martell for all these years. And then when people turn around and they're like, oh, it's your turn now, because everybody gets a turn. It's your turn now. Don't be mad. And that's all I have to say about that. You know what? It's 420. But
Oh, our favorite holiday. And it's crazy because I just got my car to 420 it up.
that is hilarious. Yep, it's 420. I've been on here for just an hour. I wanted to definitely come on and talk about Koa. I need to find out more about Martell. I
It was
can't
a
wait. I'm
great
going to be watching
stop.
freaking the Instagrams and all the places to see who's coming up where, because the people have a lot to say, y'all. They got a lot to say. It's not staying on the show, but in my opinion, still at this point, Heather is the deep fake. She's the deep fake because she's known everybody the longest. So, and then she's the one that ultimately ends up doing the reveal. It's interesting that she ended up Von Teasing Von Teese. Yes. 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 Anyway, I haven't heard anything about Diddy. I think Jonathan Majors is crazy. I'm not sure why Megan Good is with him. Anything else? No, 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 no. Von, has anybody seen the rest of the list for Epstein?
No, I haven't seen it, but some of the names are not surprising at all.
Right. So far.
I don't see anything different from the Ghislaine Maxwell flight logs. I looked at them and things like that, but that the document I have is like 900 and something pages.
Lord have mercy.
So and the names come out in the testimony. So you have to kind of like skim through all of that.
Mm-hmm.
To figure out the names and stuff like that. Jonathan Majors, major gaslighter on Good Morning America. He's a lie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe him.
Okay, is what's up with Jonathan Majors wanting to compare every woman he's with to Michelle Obama and what's her name again? Dr. Martin
Coretta
Luther King's
King.
wife. That's kind of creepy.
That is creepy. So much so the daughter of Martin Luther King came out and was like, you need to stop.
Can you take that woman's
Her
name
ex-
out of your mouth?
her exact words was, "My mother was not a prop,"
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
because
See?
he tried to compare Megan Good to her.
Yeah. Very Coretta or something he said. He's obsessed with his hair. And why does his head is just so freaking weird and tiny. He doesn't, it's weird. I don't like him. I don't like that he was lying about it. Then the only reason he finally was like, yeah, okay, I did it is because the film thing came out. Dude, and why is Megan Good with him? When did they even have time to meet? He had beat the girl up and was on his way to court and met Megan Good and they became boyfriend and girlfriend. When did it even happen?
That shows that he definitely needs some deep psychological therapy. And Megan, she needs therapy too, because this man needs some real help. And you're jumping into a relationship blindly with him. She's in danger.
Yeah, I would
And
say
look,
so.
the closer he gets to the sentence, the mask is going to slowly come off.
Yeah, he's not
I
going to
don't
be.
know. I just think it's all fake is for PR purposes. I mean, when it comes to Hollywood, these people do some of the most craziest things.
They do. It's
I feel
so
like it's a PR
very nice.
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know,
You're in New Jersey, are you? It flooded out in Newark last night?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
It
God.
rained for like 2 days straight.
No way. Oh my gosh. Bless you
But the
guys'
sad
heart.
part is, I'd rather it be rain than snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Most
that's why I'm down in the South. I can't do.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd rather like the rain. I can still move around. It's just water. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That snow,
You go sliding everywhere. Mm-hmm.
I don't
Mm-hmm.
got time. I don't got time.
Nope.
Like sometimes when it snows here, I don't even drive in it at all because I don't want to risk someone running into me because people come out and they know their cars aren't equipped for the snow and they come
Mhm.
out anyway.
Yep.
It's just not even worth the risk.
I
I'll
wouldn't say
Uber around.
so.
I'll take a Uber if I need to go somewhere that bad. Let someone else tear up their car. No,
Right?
seriously, because
Or
the snow in
DoorDash it. Like
yeah,
for
but
real.
the snow in New Jersey, it gets treacherous. Like I blew whole transmissions because of ice.
No, really?
Yeah.
I
When
can't.
it's this last storm was nothing. This was like this was like just a coating. It wasn't even a snowstorm. Like you
Mm-mm.
didn't even need to shovel really, like because it was that type of snow. As soon as the sun comes out, it'll melt away.
Oh yeah, that kind. I heard about that.
Yeah, yeah. So this was light. I'll take this all day.
Yeah. That's the
But
kind we get here in California.
it's when we get the blizzard
Where we're at.
dumpings, inches on inches on inches, where it takes weeks for the snow to melt away.
No, I can't do it. I mean, it's so funny here down in Atlanta. As soon as a little bit of snow hits the floor, they close everything down.
Child, Jersey be wide open.
It just be dusted on the floor. Be like, oh no, no, can't go to work. School closed. Government offices closed.
Let
It's
me
wild
tell you,
out there.
our plows, they be locked, ready, and loaded, and they go all night until it's blacktop.
Is that a good paying job then?
Yeah, it is.
I bet.
But it's seasonal. Like it
Yeah.
only comes around and it's a temporary and it's no guarantee how many snowstorms are gonna come through.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And that's true. That's true.
Especially now, like we're going from 30 something degrees and then the next day it'll be 50.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's on a pendulum like that. The weather is weird. I think the ozone layer is breaking down.
hello.
And I believe the weather is like switching. Like I believe like eventually because like Georgia is pretty chilly right now.
Yeah.
It is. It is chilly.
And that's not normal.
Mm, at this time of year, yes. I mean, we do get. I mean, we haven't. I've been here where it's been like under 30 degrees, but that's seldom. So this is kind of normal.
Mm-hmm.
Kind. It's a little colder than normal, but
It's
it's
much
not.
colder than
Yeah.
normal out here for much longer too. Here
Yeah.
in California, 'cause I'm in the Central Valley, California, and it was like 11 o'clock and 42 degrees. I was like, what? Those are nighttime temperatures, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's that during the day here. It's super duper cold right now.
Like,
That's
here,
crazy.
here is like you got to be careful with the line because it changes so fast, and you have to keep being in layers because there are times where it could be 30 degrees, and then next thing you know, it's 70 degrees, and it's like then it goes back to 50 degrees, and everybody say, "Oh, this is Atlanta," you know. But
Yeah.
it's been colder than long. I'm just waiting for it to warm up because I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much longer we're gonna have on the East Coast, but I'm telling you, we've been getting mixtures of seasons in temperature.
Mhm.
And it's weird.
In the same day.
Yes.
Same week, same day. It's just not consistent. It's not steady.
Right.
You know what
And
I
it's
mean?
like, are you saying things like, when I was growing up, I don't remember it being like this.
Like when I was growing up, when the winter hit, you knew it and it stayed cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just knew you had to thug it out until about like the end of March.
Exactly.
Because March is like kind of the wild card month where
Yeah.
we can get a snowstorm in March.
And you don't want no snowstorm in the month. That just throws everything off.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Gardening
We're having
season and
crazy
all
snow
that.
in our Sierras up here. Crazy snow. Yes.
So
The mayor says Georgia is chilly and northern Alberta has been really warm up until a few weeks ago. Now it's -20, which isn't bad. It's not bad. -20 sounds actually painful,
it
actually.
sounds freezing, like frostbite.
I am just so California, y'all. That sounds painful.
No, I can't do -20.
I can't do minus anything. Okay, if it's negative on the thermometer, I'm not going outside. My chocolate skin cannot take it.
No.
My chocolate skin is for the heat. You know,
I
that
mean,
cold stuff makes me all chappy and everything.
Yeah, the world is finding itself out, y'all. It's finding
I think
itself
this
out.
is I think we're gonna have to like learn to go back to basics. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I think people should simplify their lives, and I'm learning how to like detach myself from like all the electronics and everything because it could be toxic and it'll consume you
Yeah,
or whatever. So I just been like taking breaks
that's so smart.
just
And
so I could and I'm talking like I make sure I give myself like a couple of days at a time to like really clear out because it's nothing but toxicity in our face on a regular basis.
yeah, and there's something to be said. My friend was telling me about just this scrolling that we do, getting small, like this fast bite learning is actually counterproductive to long-term learning or something like that, the studies show.
Really, I
Uh-huh.
can believe it. I can believe it because you're consuming so much information, so you don't even have time to even have an emotional attachment to it. You're just on to the next thing.
Yeah, I'm with you. The sun keeps me charged too. Like I gotta see it. I gotta know it's there. Like right now it's super cloudy, but I see a little break and there's all blue skies above. It's amazing. But it's raining and cold here on my stratus. So yeah. I would
It was
love.
raining for 2 days straight over here, Curves.
Oh my
It
gosh. In
it snowed
California,
and then it
we
rained.
need that because somebody said that they want to use sewer water to drink while they siphon off our fresh water to other places that don't have water reserves. I'm like, squeeze me. But as a Californian where I pay these taxes, can you send them the sewage water and leave us the fresh water, please?
Why does anyone want to drink sewage water? Uh,
Exactly. They said they were going to treat it and
you
make it drinkable.
I'm not surprised that the United States would make a decision like that because we've seen it over and over again,
Uh-huh.
done in different ways. That's what they do. You know what I mean? They'll try to reserve resources and resell it, and it's all about the dollar and not about your health. Like
Yeah.
that's the general consistency. You see it with the Michigan water crisis and the
Yeah.
piping and everything. They just don't care or
Right.
whatever, and they'll risk your health. So it's just like, sheesh, I need a well.
Do you think Sweet Tea should leave the show for her marriage?
I think she needs to leave the show for her mental health because it's not everybody's equipped for reality TV,
Hmm.
and I don't think she's equipped for reality TV.
I just think, I think it would be fair to say scale back, right? Maybe
Yeah.
just be in scenes when it's just couples and her and Dr. G are together, or
Hmm.
if it's a scene for just Dr. G,
Hmm.
and just pull back from the group a little bit, like, because it's a lot coming at you at once
Right.
But if
and
she
stuff like that. And I just say limit your time, like if it's getting to you that bad, but don't lose the check.
But if she has to pull back from the group, then there's no point of her being the show. I mean, we watch
I
the
mean, Dr.
show.
G's on the show,
Yeah,
so I mean, that's all the
but
group she needs to be tied to. And if they have like a couples event, she'll see the ladies there.
yes, I guess she'd be like a cameo friend of the show. But remember to be a
Exactly.
yeah. But she has to interact with the group. If she doesn't interact with the group, there's no purpose of her being on the show because it's
I mean,
about
but she could interact with the group maybe via text or outside of the show or whatever. And whoever wants to put in the effort to build a relationship with her will. You know what I mean? Rather than constantly interacting and going into the lion's den. You know what I mean? Like, get to know each one of them on your own terms and then go from there. I feel like it should just be kind of an ease action because she has her health she has to worry about. They're trying to create life. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So I just say
She-
be a cameo. Don't give up the check altogether.
I feel like she should have done that before she got on the show,
Yeah.
and got to know the ladies, then come on the show. But at this point, if she can't interact with the ladies, there's no point of her being on the show because Dr. G and her, they're boring. Nobody's going to watch it.
Yeah.
No one's going to watch it. And even when you see her as a group, sometimes you kind of tell that she's not even really fully interacting with these people on the group. I mean, there are these scenes where you see her and you forget, you forget that Sweet Tea's there. Like, oh, she was there too.
But you know what? I think Sweet Tea did do a good job of trying to let the ladies get to know who she was in the very beginning. And
Yeah.
I just felt like they were really disrespectful towards her. And maybe that's why she's like falling out. Like, even Dr. Jackie was shady, like making comments about the house and things like that. Like, why can't we just accept the situation for what it is? Like, he's moving on, Quad's moving on. I mean, it is what it is. That's what happens when you get divorced, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just
I get that, but in a normal, regular world called reality, that makes sense. But on a reality show, it's about the conflict. So so us not pretending that she's in, Quad's former house, that she's the new wife, and not bringing it up. That's boring. We want the messiness.
But that's not Quad's. That was always Dr. G's house. Quad moved in with him.
Right.
She's really in Dr. G's house.
Well, Sweet Tea's still in Dr. G's house.
I know, but everyone's saying, "Oh, it was Quad's old house." No, it was never Quad's house. It was Dr. G's house all along.
I mean, technically speaking, they were married. They lived together. That was her house while she was living there.
Absolutely, it was.
But,
Absolutely, it was. But she moved in with him.
I felt like I don't want to go there because I don't know how long they've been married, but Georgia Law's kind of funny, even though that is Dr. G's house.
Once he got married, but what if he acquired the property beforehand?
Because Georgia Law's kind of funny because most people say, "Oh, if it's your house, they can't touch it." But
I know in New Jersey, because New Jersey is funny like that too.
Yeah.
And if you purchase property before the marriage, if it was acquired before the marriage, you can that's not considered marital property.
Yeah. I think Georgia does a different. Like, say if you're married, you have to have property before. One or two things happen, and they could acquire some equity, which is the married person helped put in fixing up the house and to cause the value of the house to go up, or during the marriage, the cost of the house or the buy house went up significantly during the marriage. So, Dr. G and Quad, they was married for a while. So, she had a good lawyer and they say, "Hey, I want some equity on the house." Dr. G would have had to, pay her out. I don't know if that was
happening. I'm sure he did. I'm sure, that makes sense. I'm sure he did because Quad went on to live great, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because when she was with him, she was buying what, Porsches or something? No, Benz truck.
And that was kind of something similar that was happening with Kenya Moore and Mark Daly. He was trying to get some of the equity in her house, but she was able to kind of shut that down
because he never lived there.
Right.
He never lived there. It's crazy.
I said the audacity.
But it's really men out here. They look to benefit off of a woman. Like that's what they live for. It's disgusting.
That one right there, that tripped me out to the floor. The
I
audacity.
know.
He didn't even have not one pair of drawers in that house. She had to buy clothes, allegedly, to make it look like she was living there.
That's crazy.
Still had the tags on it. Still had the tags on it.
But ultimately, Kenya didn't want to leave the show. That's probably what he wanted, for her to leave the show.
Well, that check is good. What do you want to leave that check?
That's her income. She would be crazy to walk away from that based on your restaurant, and we see what happened with that.
And his restaurant. When she met him, allegedly she had to help him with his tax things with the restaurant. So why would she leave her good paying job when that good paying job helped build out financially? Make it make sense, Mark. Make it make sense. The math is not math.
He a whole bum.
A bum.
Is that restaurant still open?
No, it closed. It didn't even survive the Panty Girl.
No.
But he's special.
I didn't like him. He was annoying to watch. So when he was
rude and abusive towards her.
Oh yeah, he was. And you know who reminds me of him a little bit? Juan.
Yes.
Juan is horrible.
The way he talks to Robin.
And then he turns around and takes it out on Candace. It's horrible.
If I were Robin, ain't that much love in the world. I'll find somewhere else.
Say at all. Juan and Robin, the only thing why they're together is for the kids. And some kind of weird thing. If it's like you wanted to take Robin just leave him. He cannot let him fend for himself. He's a big boy, and you two just co-parent your kids.
Exactly.
But that man, the way how he talks to her all the time on the phone, he's always yelling at her. Why are you yelling at her through the phone? I cannot imagine when you're face to face with this man.
Exactly, and she just kind of covers for him.
And at this point, Robert, I don't know why, because you can't say, you're tolerating it because you don't want him to get in trouble with his job because he got himself fired from his job.
Really? Like, it's concerning. Yeah, it's concerning the way he talks to her. And
I mean, the love that they had, they were high school sweethearts. They went through college. They got married, had 2 kids. They've been out of love a long time ago. The only time I see them actually being civil amongst each other is when the kids are around. Like, if you ever seen it, when the kids are there, he does not talk to her the same way when it's just them two.
Yeah. And they don't have any spark. They don't have any, you know what I mean? Like,
it is totally a platonic co-parenting situation, because the only time I think was last season where they're planning that so-called wedding and the boys were there, he was calm, his voice was at a normal level, he seems to be somewhat engaging to the conversation, and you don't see Juan like that. But you take the kids out, Juan just shows his whole face, his whole ass.
Yeah,
you could tell, like, I can't. So he fakes it in front of the kids. But at the same time, outside of that, like, nah. So, Robert, I don't know why you're doing this. Like, and then there's still no guarantee that you're going to come in next season. God, please don't have Robin come next season. I don't know.
Please, can we get it?
I don't know. It's just concerning.
The thing about it is, you can't say someone for themselves.
Exposing it and stuff. Like,
I mean, the thing
I think they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, it's so obvious, because you can't tell me that when, I don't know if Robert actually watches the show when it gets edited, but you cannot tell me that if she does watch the show, she don't see how Juan is treating her and talking to her and disrespecting her every single time.
But in all fairness, her friends came to her and had an honest conversation, And Robin was just, I'm gonna tell you, first of all, Robin is emotionally neglected and deprived in her relationship, and her needs are number one or whatever. And I feel like she just doesn't know how to set boundaries with Juan.
What she needs to do is leave Ron. That's what she needs to do. The minute she frees herself from Ron and kind of detoxify herself from that negativity, because Ron truly do not like this woman. Like ever since the whole cheating thing, losing his money, all of this whole thing, Ron sees Robin as a sore point in his life. The only good thing he thinks about Robin is, you gave me 2 sons, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Robin needs to get to the point where she said, you know what, I could do bad by myself. I need a break from you. I need a year away from you to find who I am. And she's gonna realize, I need to be
Ask the
with Ron.
question. Can I ask a question? Do you guys think they really got married, or that was just a ceremony for the show?
I think it's a
Ceremony.
ceremony for the show because allegedly some people said, I don't know if someone took the time, but I heard no one could find the marriage certificate.
I
Right.
believe it.
And those things are easy to find. I mean, TMZ
That's
ain't
public
posted
record.
it, but nobody found it. And then she talked about she didn't want to do a prenup. Now, Robin, you'd be dumb not to sit down there and not do a prenup knowing that you're going to make all that money.
Wow.
She's a sugar mama.
Mm-mm. But trust me,
She's a
Ron
bright
did not
winner.
want to be with her. He did not want to be with her. And I'm not sure why Robin want to stick herself to Juan. It doesn't make any sense.
I think it's just easy and familiar, and she's too lazy to do the work to get to know someone else.
I mean, here's the thing: you don't have to worry about leaving him and get to someone else. Be like Giselle. Don't be with nobody.
Yeah. She's with someone every season, Giselle. Gizzy Giselle.
You
Often
really
into
think
it, don't
she's
she?
someone, or she just hire an actor? Because we haven't even heard about that young guy since season episode 1.
Yeah,
She
for
just hired
sure.
someone. Hey, pretend to be my boyfriend, please. I will give you like $500. Because ever since that guy, I think his name was Sterling. She not nobody on the show. I feel like Giselle said, as long as I'm on the show, I'm not going to have a serious relationship.
Yeah. Can you blame her though?
No, because reality TV is not. If you want a healthy relationship, the worst thing you could do is go on reality TV.
Yeah. Seriously. That's the worst thing you could do.
And then, okay, maybe it's me, but can someone please explain to me why NECA doesn't like Wendy? Because I'm missing that.
Oh, can somebody tell me too? Because or
I just think it's competitive because they're both from Nigeria.
But who's she competing with? Because she's like competing with herself. I don't understand her beef with Wendy. It just
What you say, Curves?
I'm trying so hard to try to figure it out. She's
I'm
pulling out
asking the same question Allie is.
They
talking
just
about the woman's mother.
want a number one spot as Africans.
And here's the thing. Well,
Like
here's one thing.
it's not room for both of
Uh-huh.
them.
And for
I would have
everybody
rather
to be
them
so
band
bad.
together.
That's not necessarily the truth because I think I watched Miami and Kiki. I want to say Kiki and Gordy are both Haitian and they're on the show. They just kind of of who they are. So you can have two Nigerians on the show, just have an interesting storyline. Besides, I want to hate on the other Nigerian girl. That's not cute.
I think it's on wait. It is not.
Yeah,
But I'm over it. Move on already. It's not that serious.
No, it's not that serious. It's not a serious number two.
It's not that serious. And it's just like, I know y'all got way more going on for yourselves than arguing about this petty shrine crap.
I see the chat. Someone say, she want Robin to be on the show, so that way, she could stand on her feet without financial worries. Well, I mean, Robin been on this show for 8 years. And if she couldn't find a way to have a different type of business outside the show, just in case the show ended, that's on Robin. This show should not be your bread and butter forever. It's not going to last long. She should have found something else to do. Even if it say, let me go, sell houses and use that as my business. So
isn't that what she does? She sells houses, she has hats, and she has a podcast.
You see? Right? So she has to have something else. This show, in my opinion, should be treated as a way to produce your own business. So that way, if it does disappear, you have something to fall on. Because Bravo could say, guess what?
Yeah, Karen is maximizing off of it. She even stealing people's perfume.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Karen. She got a YouTube page too.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, it's not even about this. Bravo could literally say right now, you know what? We're not going to have Potomac on anymore. We're going to cancel the show. And all of them out of a job. That's how TV works.
Didn't they do that with Miami? They put them on hiatus for a while. Remember, they put Miami on hiatus for a little while.
And remember Dallas? Dallas canceled. Dubai was on hiatus for a while. I think it's finally coming back.
Yeah, I miss Dallas. Yeah, they got him. Yeah.
So
yeah.
And look, and you know how they
Dallas was canceled.
New York, they took away the original cast. They did a whole reboot. They're supposed to have a legacy. I mean, it's just the nature of television. So, being on the show, it is what it is. And it's getting hard to watch Potomac. They got to do something about the cast.
Those drunk ladies anyway.
Either you change the cast or get a whole new production team. You got to do something.
They suing each other. It's it went downhill after that fight. That's when it really started to change.
It's not fun to watch anymore. And like I said, I think they need to do one or two things. Either they need to change the production crew and have a different type of crew producing it and editing it, give a different type of, a different direction for these ladies, or you need to start taking away some of these OGs out of here and get someone new. Yeah. I nominated Giselle.
Rotate them out.
She should have a year off 1 year, so people know on that show you guys are replaceable. No one's guaranteed a whole new season.
Hello, remember that scene when
which scene? You're breaking up.
Oh, you're breaking up.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna drop down and come back.
Okay.
So I don't know which scene she was going to talk about.
I don't know. But it's hard to watch. Are you going to watch it this Sunday?
I probably will, because I want to see what Candace does. I want to see what NECA does. How is she always, you're right. Why is she so angry, so bitter, coming so hot for Wendy, but everybody's mad at Wendy for responding when she's been there longer than NECA. Like, the least she should do is respond to at least some of it, not everything, obviously.
And like I said, I'm not liking the fact that they're using Wendy's mom as a punching bag to get at Wendy, because I don't care what anybody say, I think families are off limits. Wendy's mom did not sign up to be on the show. She is not getting paid to get roasted and dragged on the show. Wendy is on the show. Make your point towards Wendy. Don't use her mom. I'm just that's not cute. Like you don't know Wendy, so you go and fish for something, hoping to make it stick, and then we're now attacking Wendy's mom. That's not okay.
Right.
And then everybody on this cast, they're mad at Wendy for responding, and they justifying once again because they're on a "we hate Wendy" train, which we don't know why we hate Wendy for. At anytime everybody's in the wrong, you know. When Monique was there and Monique attacks Candace, we were against violence. But when Mia attacked Wendy, all of a sudden, where's the we're against violence? Where did that go?
Oh no, Robin was recording it, remember, and taunting her with her camera.
Yes. Now all of a sudden, you know, we talk about, oh, she's lying. Like all you guys lie. Like it's I don't understand. And then we all know that they set Winnie up because Ashley was the one that started the mess, trying to bring them, you know, to fight each other. Took that. Thank you.
I heard. Like, shut up. Why are you always snitching?
I need Giselle to go. I don't even want Giselle to stay if Robin goes. Because some people think, oh, splitting up the green-eyed bandits would be the best formula. And I don't believe that's true. I don't think that Giselle should be allowed to not do her job and say, no, I'm not going to do my job. I'm not going to film with the other co-workers. I'm going to hold up work because I'm more important, even though I'm the one that started all of this.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that the people are letting her get away with it.
I kind of started in season 5, and Giselle used to at least talk to all of the cast members. This season, she has not even looked at Wendy. She hasn't even say hi to Candace. She's literally is like she's showing up, and I'm like, if you're going to be the OG, if you're supposed to be the face of Potomac, and you're going to act like you're not going to interact with your other castmates, I need production to do their job and say, you know what, Giselle, you want to play these games? How about you spend a whole year thinking about what you want to do? You don't want to talk to the ladies? I can help you not talk to any of the ladies. You can sit right at home. I want production to do their job and tell these ladies they're the ones that's producing the show, not the ladies. They're the ones controlling the show, not the ladies. They don't want to sit there and interact. Why is the producer, Eric, you're a producer. You need to sit with Giselle. You got 2 choices. You can talk to Wendy and hash this out, or you can go what is so hard?
Or you can go home without pay. How about that?
We don't have to film you. We don't have to film you, Giselle.
She's not that interesting, funny, or anything. Her pretty can only go so far.
One time she would give you the Karen. Now she barely give you that. She's not even trying.
And her and Karen are so phony. Like, you could tell they really are not friends.
Yeah. But that they also know what to do for the camera's win.
Yep. Like, Karen's going to try to get along with everybody. I thought it was so funny how she did Mia in the beginning, like baby steps. We're not at the point of hugging.
I at least respect that. At least you could say, hey, we're not friends, but let's work it. Okay, give me that. Giselle's like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to interact with you. I don't want to look at you.
Yeah.
You can't do that on a reality show when you're ensemble cast.
She's not controlling. Her and Robin, I feel like they control the whole narrative, and I think Karen is in on it. Like, she knows about it, but she's just not a willing participant.
And that's why I'm going easier. Change the cast, but I'm more for, or you need to change production. Somebody is not doing their job.
Yeah.
I mean, what is so hard? You're paying these executives, these producers, these things are getting paid good money, and you guys are sitting here filming hours, days, weeks of footage, and you mean to tell me at no point you say this is dry and we need to talk to these ladies because this is torture for us to go through? Because you cannot say that this is a stellar season. You cannot.
Yeah.
No,
So far.
I mean, that pool scene where I think the first pool scene where they're together, it was so dry. It was so nonchalant. I mean, even they were making fun of how boring that scene was. And we still didn't have the conversation. Hey, guys, this season is going down the drain really fast. I need y'all to figure this out.
yeah, it's nuts. But yeah,
Well,
that's
and
why I
also,
don't feel inclined to like keep up with these shows.
yeah. I just am really disappointed that they're missing so many opportunities and who let Ashley's head talk so much. I'm like, why are you always stirring with Candace? You always bait her and then you act attacked and then the Robin getting up and
I'm
leaving
so
and
sick.
every
I'm
time
so
she
sick of
calls them
Candace
on
falling for
stuff.
it.
And
Huh?
I'm so sick of Candace falling for Ashley's game. She does the same thing every season. Act like she wants to be your friend, then she pounces on you.
I don't know that, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you show up and you do your job with people who aren't doing their job with you, you can't call me a pick me because I'm literally doing my job description. I'm
yeah,
not falling for it. I'm doing my job description. I'm trying to have an okay time in front of the cameras for the viewers, and this bitch keeps on trying me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like she forgets anything because she warned Wendy in the first episode that you can't trust Ashley as far as you can throw her.
Yeah,
nope,
seriously, you can't.
nope.
Ashley is horrible.
Everybody wanna, and I'm tired how they always find a way to make Rob is the victim, Lee is the victim. Like how you're the victim if everyone's a starting mess. Like let's go back a few years. Why is Robin upset with Wendy? What did Wendy do that was so horrible that y'all can't hash it out and have a conversation and move forward as friends or at
Yeah.
least as colleagues? What? Because Wendy said that your relationship is non-existent. The fact that this side of the
Oh, who's
world
here?
said your relationship is non-existent.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're really doing is trying to say I don't know. And just like how, why is there a beef with Robin and Candace, except for you were on her side and then you did all that? But that's recently. But why was Robin mad at Candace? You know, and why was Robin mad at Wendy? Why
They
didn't
just be making
Robin?
stuff up to be mad at. Like,
They
oh,
Yeah,
you did all this stuff on social media.
Yeah, the main reason why is for whatever reason, Giselle do not want Robin, no, don't want Wendy or Candace to be on the show. So she let out her watchdog, aka Robin, to be angry and play this victim to sit down there and justify why we don't want them on the show. That's why it's falling so fast because we know why there's this so-called beef because Giselle, for whatever reason, don't want them on the show, and she doesn't have a good reason for them not to be on the show. That's why production, Andy, hello, you need to tell Giselle she's on pause.
yeah.
But how come the other ladies can't be on the show? Hey, Corey.
What's the
No,
Hi.
my thing is, if you have her on pause, if you have Giselle on pause, who's supposed to be the face of Potomac, the other lady's gonna think, hey, if Giselle's on pause, that means I'm on pause too, because they following what Giselle's doing because they think Giselle will never get punished. But if you punish Giselle, it sends a message. Yeah, your position is not guaranteed. See what happened with Giselle? Your position not guaranteed either, and they will start showing up to work.
huh?
I mean, I bet you when Atlanta comes back on after the hiatus, they're going to be showing up to work because they were having dry seasons too, thinking that they was always going to be on every season after season. Now they're on hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
But when they come back, I bet you it's going to be a stellar season because they're going to show up to work. Who would have thought that Housewives of Atlanta would be on hiatus? Who would ever thought that would be a day? I'll wait.
And,
Right?
and people, I know people say, oh, Candy this, Candy that, but she the only one that got a bunch of crap to fall up back on business wise. So she don't
And,
necessarily need the show. She
and,
already got what she needed out of the show, to be quite honest.
and some change. I mean, in a perfect world, she should be off the show and onto her other show, Candy and the Game. There you go. You don't need to be on Housewives anymore.
No, she on YouTube now.
Show us on YouTube.
She on YouTube getting that check too. So I ain't mad.
Yeah, and see, and that's why Heavenly will always gonna have her YouTube channel because Candy was doing her YouTube channel before Heavenly was.
Yeah.
And
That's
you know,
true.
Candy actually put more money into her YouTube channel with all the effects and editing and all that stuff. She actually
Yeah.
had to do a YouTube channel. Heavenly just turned on the dang phone and said on the computer and got on. You know, but at the same time, you know, Candy could still make the movie. I am still waiting for that Escape movie, Candy. Where's my Escape movie?
She's too busy making spoof videos. She just made another one today about one of her personalities that come out and help her sing. It's hilarious. But Callie, you know what? That's what we went into earlier. That's the video I showed of Koa speaking about Heather knowing since 20 since February 2021 and asking could she tell Meredith because she trusted Meredith and everything. Okay. So yeah, it's all everything's crumbling down. Heather's facade, all the gas, everybody can see clearly. We can all think for ourselves. It doesn't matter what you yell. The other stories are coming out and there's proof to even back it up. He showed us some text and everything, Callie. I hope you go back and watch the video. But ladies, what did you have to add, Corey?
Well, I didn't watch any of the shows.
Hey, Corey.
Hey,
Hey,
Corey.
I just came from visiting mom,
How's she doing?
and she's better. There's a lot of other shenanigans going on that I had to get irate tonight and ugly.
Sorry.
That's all right. But I showed her the video, the first part of the video. She's so proud of Bren.
Oh,
Yes.
right on.
It made
The
her happy.
dragon.
Yeah,
Right
it made her
on.
happy, and I just wanted to say, thanks for your patronage. And
Right on. I support the arts. I
and you know,
commission
she's been
that.
telling him, you know, give that lady her dragon. Give that lady her dragon.
That's hilarious. Well, let her know. Well, obviously, she saw that I love it. I'm so glad. I'm like, it's on my shoulder, but I just found it a nice little cushion. And it has a cookie pillow
Aww.
to prop it up. It's so cute. So, yeah, she's roasting my cookies right now. I love her. I love her. I love her.
I hear that now.
Yeah.
Well, he's
And she's so
proud of himself.
sparkly and perfect. And I really appreciate Brendan taking his artistic time with that. That's beautiful. I let you guys, I let him have creative license. Like I was just like, you make me what you think I'm supposed to have. And when it gets here, it gets here. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he's just so, he's beaming from ear to ear.
Really?
I'm on my way home now. Yes. You should, he FaceTimed me in the hospital. I said, you know, you're not supposed to do that. He said, I know, but I can't. I can't wait. I can't wait.
That's so awesome.
So he's working on your butterfly next. He's looking for parts for your butterfly, Nadi. He's looking for stuff for that now.
You know I love my butterfly.
And I just wanted to say thank you. And
you're very welcome.
You can reach him at Canty I think it's Canty_Brendan if you want your own sculptures, or you can DM me on IG if you want a sculpture. Anyone. He was just so ecstatic that you were doing an unboxing. You know, he feels like a real artist.
He is. He is.
Paid, yeah, a paid artist. Let me say that. So
no worries, Candor. I appreciate that, Corey. Thanks. And let Brendan know that I love it. I love him. And thanks for doing his art and keep up the good art. Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to hold you up because I wish I could add to the commentary, but I couldn't bring myself to watch Potomac anymore. I'm tired. Oh, let me tell y'all this before I go. Guess who I ran into at the car wash?
Oh.
Juan's aunt.
Juan Dixon's auntie?
Yes, who's
That's
running for
hilarious.
mayor of Baltimore City.
Wow.
Again.
No way.
Yes way. And I asked her, I said, what's up with your nephew? You need to talk to him. Cause he embarrassing y'all.
Oh my gosh. What did she say? Anything?
She was like, I can't even.
She like,
She's like,
that's that grown man over
she
there.
said that's them. She said that's between him and her. But yeah, I just thought y'all would like that little tidbit. See, this
That's
is why
a nice added to our conversation.
See, this is why I hate covering Potomac, because I can run into these people.
I don't blame you. I hate covering it all now.
I don't even, I'm only interested in Beverly Hills right now.
I haven't watched Beverly Hills either. Is it good?
It's getting good.
That's going to be good tonight. Anne-Marie is going to come with the esophagus stuff, and I think Crystal's going to melt down on her tonight.
Really? Yeah. And you know what? Your girl, Curves from Miami, is roasting Anne-Marie and her Canadian behind. And
That's
lying about being a doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Nicole.
Yes.
And Anne-Marie's really a nurse.
Yes, exactly.
And Anne-Marie was howling about Nicole is clout chasing. Why does Nicole need to clout chase?
Right?
She's already on a show.
Okay.
I mean, I don't like it, but it seems to be popular. You know what I mean? How is she clout chasing? Looking like a linebacker herself. She need to ease up on the weight. You know why I say that? Because she and I are built similar. But the thing about it is, I have a waist and she doesn't.
Oh. But you're telling no lies.
But see, when I lift weights, I get those shoulders too. And the first thing my mama said is, "You look like a football player. You need to ease up on the weights." So I know that body type. I think she should chill out a little bit. But to each
is that the ice for the drink?
Yes. I'm eating dinner while I'm talking to you guys.
Right on.
And making food for my mom.
Larger.
Yeah, what's good?
Has everyone? I fell asleep after the last live because it was a lot.
I know, right?
But I woke up and I was on Insta and I seen Kojo with all these receipts going down in a line and I couldn't keep up. I'm just wondering, have you seen the receipts, what he's done?
Yeah, we totally just went over that. So he was talking about, he was directly responding to Tanisha's live about about 8 or 9 hours ago now. Tanisha did a live trying to distance herself further from the whole thing, saying that she wasn't involved, saying that she never ran the page, saying that she never posted anything, saying that she asked him to stop. And then Koa is like, that is a lie. And so Koa totally posted and told his side of the story that in fact he knows Tanisha posted, and then he posted receipts about what she posted, her asking questions about what to post, and all of this other stuff. He posted, and then he said, and your friend Heather has known about it for way longer than she's letting on. It was way before Bermuda and then he produced the receipt that in February 2021, Heather actually was privy to it to the point where she was like, "Can I tell Meredith?"
You what? Meredith?
Yes, in 2021. So, because she was like, Meredith will know what to do. And So it was a lot. It was a lot. And I am glad that he said that. And I'm glad that he said it immediately after Tanisha, because we needed it quick, fast, and in a hurry. They be releasing different receipts and all this stuff. So I need them back to back to back, the way the people are telling their lies and trying to gaslight me.
So everything I've said has come to fruition and it's
Yep.
correct.
Yep.
Wow. It's
Yep.
like, it's funny how you can read these people way off and just wait for it. Tanisha, oh God bless her. I think Tanisha would have been good on the show as a friend. I really do. But the problem with Tanisha is she can't keep up with this current story. She lies on herself all the time, and
Yeah, she's talking too much.
yeah, her voice is not her friend because she cannot keep up with the same lie. She keeps on digging herself and putting herself in a hole, and I'm just
Right?
like, oh God, didn't I say this earlier? Saying she's going to end up burying herself if she keeps on talking. The
Yep.
best thing she can do is just keep silent.
Exactly. I feel the same way, but I hope you can go back and look at Koa's thing and look at it. I'm sure there'll be more because nobody can keep their mouth shut for too long. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else the people are going to bring us for the season. I want to wrap this up because I got my oxtails downstairs. Thank everybody for coming up. Thanks, Nadi. Thanks,
Yeah.
Allie from Miami. Thanks, Candor. Thanks, Corey. Thank you guys all for your input. And thanks for taking the time to come by LRGA Curves, smash my buttons, ring my bell. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, Dr. Heavenly will be in the house next Tuesday, the 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.